So as a lot of you guys are aware, CD Projekt Red unfortunately is one of those companies that is not quite what it used to be. It's a company that I loved for all of their video games, and unfortunately, it seems like they are going down the rabbit hole that is going to lead them to eventual failure if they keep going down that same rabbit hole. But they don't really care because like most of these companies who are funded by DEI initiatives, they get their money up front, so they don't really care what happens to the video games or the IPs afterwards because the executives are rich already, the ground workers have their salaries regardless of what happens, and nobody seems to care. Well, apparently, the Witcher voice actor reveals that he was indeed quote unquote slapped, figuratively speaking, by CD Projekt Red for stating that The Witcher 4 would not be focused about Geralt.
Witcher, Witcher, Witcher. There's fish people drowning our sheep in the river.
Sounds like drowners. Gonna need spicy mayo.
Okay.
Oil my blade. Witcher magic for every occasion. Killing monsters is what I do.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there was a big rumor about Witcher 4 and that the game would not be focused around Geralt of Rivia and would be focused most likely around Ciri or some other character that is unknown at this time, but it would make the most sense that it would be about Ciri, obviously, since she's been a major proponent of the storyline. A lot of people got heavily upset over this because obviously people have been playing Geralt for the first 3 games now, and they don't necessarily want to play as Ciri, and I totally understand that. But unfortunately, it looks like that's the direction that CD Projekt Red is most likely going to go towards, especially if you look at their recent, I guess you could say, DEI-infested ideologies and certain things that they're doing in their company itself that could leak into the video game that they're making. So let's get into this article, guys, from Fandom Pulse. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So it says Doug Cockle, the voice of Geralt in the Witcher games, recently revealed that he was slapped by CD Projekt for revealing that The Witcher 4 would not be about Geralt. Now, I don't understand why he would get slapped for that. If they're truly going to make this game about someone else other than Geralt, then you might as well say it with your entire chest. Stop trying to bait and switch gamers, because this is a big issue that would lead to a lot of backlash. Anytime a video game tries to bait and switch gamers, it never ends well. It always ends bad. And this is why transparency in gaming needs to be a thing. And they refuse to make it a thing. And it's quite unfortunate. Back in August, Cockle made an appearance on the Fall Damage YouTube channel where he stated Witcher 4 has been announced. I can't say anything about it. What we know is that Geralt will be part of the game. We just don't know how much. That is insane to me. To say that about a Witcher game and to say we don't know how much Geralt is going to be part of the game, what the fuck? Like, that is insane. Why would I want to play a Witcher game if that's the case? I mean, Geralt of Rivia is the character. That is the entire reason why people would play a Witcher game, because they want to continue his story and they want to experience more Witcher. Why would they want to play as anybody else is beyond me, especially for the majority of the game? I could understand doing a little side quest here and there with Ciri, like it was in Witcher 3, right? You had an opportunity to play as Ciri for a little bit, and I totally get that. But why would you want to do that for the majority of the game? That's when people are going to be like, what's going on here? Why are we doing this? It's the same reaction that happened with Alan Wake 2, where you don't really get to play as Alan Wake 2 as much as the main character Saga. Even though they have the same amount of chapters, Alan Wake's chapters are mostly cinematics and cutscenes, so you really don't get the same level of gameplay like you did Saga, and people felt like Alan Wake got shut in his own game. It's the same thing here. Why would you do it to Geralt? I mean, listen, I know I ask why, but I know it's a rhetorical question, right? We all know why. He added, and the game won't focus on Geralt, so it's not about him this time. We don't know who it's about. I'm excited to find out. I want to know. I have not seen any script yet. I couldn't tell you if I did. This is the thing. I could be lying through my teeth, but I'm not. Or am I? Man, I hate this back and forth nonsense. Listen, we already know that you're telling the truth. Okay, we can tell that you're telling the truth. And it's unfortunate, right? Because if you don't know who it's about, then that means there is an opportunity for it to be about somebody other than Ciri. And Ciri would be the one that would own, the only one really that would make any modicum of sense whatsoever. And even then, people would not really accept Ciri as a main character for a franchise entry. Like, they just wouldn't. I know a lot of people wouldn't. Sure, it would be okay to play as her as first, but I'm telling you, people rather play as Geralt. Even women would rather play as Geralt. Now, in an interview with Geektown, Cockle stated, I did go online and I said something about this, and I got slapped by CD Projekt Red because I don't know how true it is. I went off a rumor, he continued. I thought I'd seen somebody from CD Projekt Red say that Geralt will be in Witcher 4, but he won't be the main character. I don't know if that's actually true now because they came back and they went, we haven't put anything out there. Don't say anything. So the truth is, the answer to your question is I don't know what it's going to be. I have ideas. I thought I had an idea what it was, and I was kind of basically told we haven't told anybody what it is. So where you got that information, we don't know. We don't know. But I think it might be from a really, really old statement that somebody who no longer works for CD Projekt actually put out 3 years ago, he explained. So Witcher 4 is a complete mystery to me, he concluded. I actually don't know. So you know what that sounds like? That sounds like somebody who told the truth and got slapped for it, right? They're probably like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you telling them this? We haven't told them anything yet. We haven't bait and switched them yet. Why are you doing this? You are ruining our bait and switch. That's really what it sounds like, right? CD Projekt Red got highly upset that the man spoke a little bit too early when he shouldn't have spoken at all. That's really what it seems like. So back in 2015, CD Projekt Red senior writer Jacob, who left the company in 19, told IGN, we felt that we owed Geralt a proper goodbye and decided to part ways with a boom. He continued, I think good stories must have an ending. You cannot extend them indefinitely, and we felt that Geralt had such an amazing adventure, and his saga is already so long and complex that this seemed like a good point to think about an appropriate finale for the story. In fact, he noted that Geralt had reached the end of his journey. However, he did note that the Witcher universe is a very big place with a lot of NPCs and a lot of characters, a lot of places we haven't shown yet. So we might return to it at some point, but we think that this is a good place to let Geralt enjoy his retirement and try something new. Listen, at the end of the day, if you are going to do a different story, right? If you're going to do a different character within the Witcher universe, that's perfectly fine, right? I understand. But if you're going to do that, don't make it a mainstay entry, right? Don't label it Witcher 4, right? Label it with some sort of side story, something based in The Witcher. Don't label it Witcher 4 because people are automatically going to assume that means Geralt of Rivia is going to show up for that particular game. And if he is not in that game, or if he is sidelined heavily, that is going to piss off a lot of people. You are essentially bait and switching him. And I totally understand the business side of it by doing it, by labeling it Witcher 4 and not actually giving you Geralt. But from an actual standpoint of gamer focus, that's not a good thing. It's going to piss off a lot of people and it's going to turn them off. And this is what's going to lead to a lot of refunds. It's going to lead to a lot of backlash online. It's going to lead to a lot of negative press. And you're gonna feel it. I understand CD Projekt Red probably thinks they're too big to fail, even after their massive failure that was Cyberpunk when they released that game and they had to do all kinds of shit for a year or two in order to fix it and make it proper like it is now. But it doesn't matter. People have that bad taste in their mouth from Cyberpunk, and they're not going to give you the leniency with Witcher 4. So if you pull any kind of funny business with this new entry, I guarantee you people are going to be highly upset over it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.